My mother is cheating on my father with a prisoner, and I'm worried about her safety and his well-being. My 18M, mother 46F, and father 47M have been married for 23 years. They have been the only couple in my family to not have been divorced. But for the past year, my mother has been in touch with what I understand to be an American prisoner we live in Elgand through some pen pal program. This started as letters being sent back and forth, but soon turned to calls. I thought it was a bit odd she was that interested, but it's not my place to judge her. Then she started to leave family dinner to answer the calls from this prisoner, and it was painful to see my dad looking defeated at my mother's plate of food going cold. This would happen frequently, and my dad would constantly tell her she could just tell them she's eating and would have to call another time, but she never ever hung up. Then one day my brother told me he saw Mom putting on makeup to call this prisoner. She only puts makeup on when she's going out, and she wasn't going out that day. That was very odd, but maybe she was trying something out that day and just happened to get a call. But then she started wearing earphones to take the calls. I'd frequently hear her from the study giggling like a schoolgirl, and it started to make me feel sick. She then started to lock the study door and play some ambient music so I couldn't hear her anymore. All the while my dad just seems to get sadder. Then my mother expressed to want to fly to America by herself, which my dad told me when he was driving me back to uni after the Christmas break, which I thought was bloody stupid because I've had to baby her through airports before despite her being the adult. Now it's confirmed that she is leaving for America tomorrow and will be gone for a week. First of all, my father is very vulnerable right now and has expressed he doesn't know what will happen between them. Also, he lives in the middle of nowhere, an hour away from any other family members and even more hours away from his friends, and now that me and my brother are at uni, I'm worried he's going to spiral. And he isn't the type to open up easily. So if things escalate, then I'm really worried for his well-being, and I want to be there for him, but at the same time I have my own plethora of problems to deal with. Then there comes my mother's safety. Not only would she be vulnerable by herself in America, but she goes into ultra-tourist mode, and she's quite small, so she's be an easy target. And more concerningly, if she's going to America to meet up with this prisoner, how? I'm not sure if it's someone out or in. How does she know he's not going to hurt her? She's told me she doesn't know what he's been convicted for due to the policies of the program. But I'm worried she may get badly hurt or pulled into something illegal. And I can't see her in person to talk about it, and I'm not sure how she would take me asking about it on text. She has been very gullible in the past, and I've had to teach her about scams, so it's possible she may have been promised something. But the fact that she never gives a straight answer for why she loves talking to this prisoner so much tells me she knows she's doing something wrong or thinks she'll be judged, or this prisoner has told her to keep her mouth shut. I may be overthinking things, but I can't see any good to come from this. I try and see the good in people, but I really can't think of a situation from the evidence that she isn't cheating in some way. I'm not sure if I need to prepare for something or intervene. Because if her life is on the line, then that will cause a lot of legal issues for me with things she is helping me with. Also, she is my mother, so I don't hate her, and she hasn't directly wronged me massively. Then if my dad spirals by himself, I don't know how to support him and what the line is. I do very much care about him, but I need to look after my mental health. I told him I had his back, but I didn't make any other promises than that. I have confided in a friend, so hopefully she'll tell me if I'm doing too much. But I'm honestly just wanting as many perspectives on this without trauma dumping on everyone in my friend group. TLDR. My mother is about to fly to America to potentially meet up with a prisoner she seems to be emotionally cheating with, and I'm worried about my father being all alone far away from loved ones. Comments. You must talk to your mom. Ask her directly if your suspicions of her emotional affair. Put it across to her as she's naive and is at risk of being scammed. Plus, for her safety, you must have details of her trip, who she's meeting, location, his contact number, etc. And tell her she's destroying her family and your dad. Let her know you know she's in an affair and about to destroy her life. I definitely will talk to her, but I don't want to jump to accusations because it's likely that she'll just ignore me. I'll just guise it as curiosity about the trip, and if she doesn't respond with legitimate details, I'll tell her what I'm really thinking. Or if she doesn't respond on the day, I'll follow up with concern for her safety. I don't really want to stir up more tension without asking my dad either, so I'll let him know when I ask her. I don't want him to feel I'm messing with a suggestion that is currently directly affecting him the most. Do you think that sounds logical, or am I just being scared of confrontation? Comment. Nothing of what you wrote is excusable. Even if she wasn't going there, it's already cheating. I mean, now it's just your dad pretending that it's raining when she spits in his face. Breaking off contact should be the minimum requirement to even think of staying. Can someone take him in for some time, or go to him? Can you have an honest conversation with him? Or is he going to suffer through this alone until he has a heart attack? Because it's plainly visible that he doesn't have the skills to handle it himself. I'm going to talk to him first thing in the morning because now he's asleep. I'll check in on him if he wants to talk about. I think I will reach out to him more, even for just casual things I'm doing. I'll ask if he's told any of his friends, and if not, I'll encourage him to try and arrange a stay over with them, either to talk or just be around. I have been thinking of trying to get him to look into therapy, but if that will help. I hate therapy myself, but I just want him to have options. Do you think this is a good approach?